Hi there guys, how we doing? Phil Kent here and continuing my own OLSP 50-day challenge. And for those that you don't know, if you haven't been watching it before, I set myself a 50-day challenge, and one of the things that I decided to do on that was make sure I do a Facebook Live every single day. And as I always say about the reason you set yourself challenges is they're a great thing to be doing. They give you a sense of consistency, sense of accountability, and also as far as your engagement and things like that are concerned, they do really good things for the Facebook algorithm, because you have to sort of try and keep Facebook happy and do what it likes you to do, etc. Because and then they'll maybe show your posts a bit more and show your content a bit more. So Facebook Live is definitely a good one for that. So do a post in the morning, do a Facebook Live. If you can later on, do another post and do some commenting and maybe a story or a reel, and you're going to be in the Facebook good books or whatever. Crazy how it works out. That's generally what you have to do. So I've been touching on different things this week and been showing some. I shared my screen the other day, which seemed to be quite popular, and it's all about helping people and trying to get them some more information out there and things like that. And so today's subject, I wanted to talk about the use of bridge pages. So people might not know what a bridge page is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to explain briefly what a bridge page is, and I'm going to try and share my screen as well and show you sort of in theory how it works. And then I've got a funnel set up as well, and I can actually show you what the bridge page sort of looks like in action, if you like. So what is a bridge page, first of all? If anyone doesn't know what a bridge page is, when you're doing your marketing, you're going to get a what's known as a squeeze page or whatever, which is the page where people have to enter their email address to see what's on offer the other side, or get access to their free ebook or the offer or whatever it may be. So that's your squeeze page. We all see them, or sometimes known as a capture page. And then what happens in the majority of the time, it literally just goes straight to that offer, goes straight to the ebook, straight to the sales funnel or whatever it may be. Okay. What a bridge page does is literally, with that meaning of the word, okay, it takes you to a video, normally of yourself, ideally. Some people do use, say, their leader's video if they're not too comfy on the videos, but normally it takes you to a video, generally of the person doing it, or maybe the team leader's video or something like that. And it would just be a brief introduction about themselves, the program, the opportunity, whatever it may be. And then there's normally a button under that video, which then they click through to go through to the offer. Now, the reason you do that is all part of the branding process, if you like. As we know, it's all, when we talk about branding yourself, we talk about building the know, like, and trust factor. And the reason and the way you do that, one of the most powerful ways to do that is by using a bridge page or getting yourself on camera, because as I touched on yesterday, there's so much sort of garbage out there, so much poor programs, so many scams, etc. And a lot of people have been caught out and lost money. So there's that sort of nervousness or anxious that they're not too sure that they hold back from being committed. So the more you can put yourself out there, show that you're a normal person, you're a real person, they're dealing with a real person, they're easy to contact, the better it's going to be. Your trust factor is going to be increasing all the time. And a massive way to do that early on is by using a bridge page. Now, some people like even to put a video on their squeeze page, on their capture page, and talk to people. Some people say, oh, you don't get as many opt-ins, but that's not always a bad thing, because a lot of people that actually opt in and put their email address in are just sort of BizOps seekers. They're just looking for this wonderful magic button system that's going to be the other side of the page. So you can filter out some better people straight away. So what I'll do, I'm going to try and share my screen and show you roughly how the process works. And then I'll show you I'll show you a funnel that I've actually got set up that uses this system. And then you sort of get the idea. So what I'm going to try and share the screen. It does play up sometimes. Normally it's okay. I have got it before where it does sort of play up. So let's just go to there. I'm going to be watching the phone at the same time as well. There we go. It seems to be working okay. So I'm sharing the screen now. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring up my sort of 3D paint down the bottom, and I'll try and show you the best I can what goes on. Okay, so and how the simplicity of it sort of kind of works. Okay, so what we have initially, let's bring a little square over here. So we have here, this will be your initial sort of squeeze page. So let's just get some text in there, or whatever, and we're going to write in here. So this will be the squeeze page, just to give you an idea of what it may be. So drop that in there. So that's going to be your squeeze page. And normally what happens is that'll go straight to, say, the offer page. Okay, so that goes straight to sort of over here. Straight to over here would be the straight to an offer over here. Okay, so that would go to an offer. So you put your email address in. It's going to come over here, and then it's going to go to like an offer page straight away. And this is how sort of most squeeze page, whatever, roundabout there. Okay, so that is normally what happens, squeeze page to the offer. Now, in the case of a bridge page, what you're going to do, we're going to make the offer sort of down here, and we're going to change it around. Okay, and then we're going to put in here what we're going to put in over here. We're going to drop in the bridge page. Okay, so that's what people will then see after putting in their email address. They're going to see the bridge page over here like this. Okay, and then once they've seen that, then they're going to come down and see the offer or the opportunity, or whatever it may be, offer or ebook, maybe whatever you give it away. Okay, this is generally how it works. Okay, which is a far better way of doing things. Okay, so because it's all about building the trust factor. So let's just sort of show you roughly what happened. So this is what you want to be happening. You want people to enter their email address into the squeeze page, take it to the bridge page, ideally yourself, just introducing yourself, doesn't have to be long, and then it goes straight to the offer. Because what normally happens is over here, you'll get this sort of squeeze page, and you'll get people coming straight through to the offer or the whatever it may be. Okay, this is the normal process. People enter their email address here, okay, and they'll go straight into the offer, the sales funnel, whatever it may be. But what you want people to do in an ideal world, what is better, especially when you're building your brand, you're building that trust factor early on, you want them to enter the email address, take them to the bridge page, and then taken to the offer or whatever it may be. And it's quite easy to do in a lot of programs. A lot of programs have got these sort of funnel builders and things like that. Now, I know it's quite techy for some people. I often put funnels together for people because I find it quite easy to do. Once you've done it a few times, once you've had a sort of bit of experience, a bit of knowledge, it's quite easy to do. You're just going to create a new page that incorporates a video. So when they enter the email address, they get taken to yourself on the bridge page. They're, hi, thanks for taking a look to get some more information, whatever it may be. Just a quick introduction about yourself, what are we doing? Not too long. You don't want to sort of bore people too long, and then take them through. Some people like to do a longer video, going into a bit more detail about what they're going to see. But it sort of swings around about some, but it is a very, very effective way. It's a very well-known way of building this sort of trust factor early on, and that's basically how it works. Now, I can show you one in kind of action. Let's drop over to here. Let's drop over to here. Let's go back over here. I'm inside a different. I'm inside a different funnel builder. I'm inside System.io here. Some of you may know that. So let's just look at the squeeze page, I believe. So here's one of the funnels that I've got set up that uses just this system. As you can see, this is a squeeze page, how to make your first $100 online in the next 3 days. Nothing more than an internet connection. I've got it as if they click that, they're going to get the email pop-up box. Okay. And then what will happen is, when, as you can see over here, I've got the thank you bridge. See, it's all set up here. So I'll click on that and then view the funnel step. You'll see exactly what I mean. Okay, so as you can see, let this load. Just pause that. As you can see, that takes them straight to a bridge page. It's a very simple page. Thanks for your interest. This, as you can see, is not a long video. It's just 1 minute and 10 seconds long. And that's just a quick introduction for myself, talking about the OLSP program that I'm with. A quick introduction to myself and how I want to help people and how I want to encourage people to get the same results by doing the same thing. And then I do give them sort of 2 options on that video as well in this short time frame. I ask them to take some serious action, and advise them to come through the recommended route to earn the most and get the best out of the program. And I also say to me, if you want to have a nose around and just create a free account, which somebody may want to do, then they can go through and click the free account from there. And that will take them for 2 separate pages. And then, when you put a little funnel together like this, you're maximizing your possibilities. You can send people in different directions. You can even incorporate a pop-up, should I say. If they go to exit the page, you can often offer a pop-up, and we just say, hey, don't go away, drop your email in, and maybe offer them something is normally the best way. Hey, before you leave, grab this free ebook or something like that, just so you get them onto your email list and you can sort of follow them up. Now, I've used this in System.io because I've used that particular platform for quite a long time. I find it quite easy to use, but I've done a similar thing inside OLSP. It's just the same. It's just a case of incorporating a video with a tab underneath and things like that. And this is how they work. As I said, this is the exact layout that I've got on this here. So you've got the squeeze page to the bridge page, and then it goes to the offer. Now, in my particular case, on that page, I actually take them to another video myself if they click a certain tab. What they will do, if they click the free account, that just takes them to the OLSP main page. If they take on that one, that takes it to another video myself explaining how the recommended route works and things like that. So like I said, when you use this bridge page, you've got more options than just sending people down the sales funnel, and immediately you'll stand out. And if you use some of the funnel builders, especially like this one that I use, if you've got people coming through your to join you in the OLSP program and they want a little bit more, they want something different, they want to be able to incorporate bridge pages, you can actually get them a copy of the entire funnel in a couple of clicks. So there's a lot of advantages to using things like this that you can offer people. And then all they've got to do, then they can either keep my own video and introduce myself or whatever, or they can replace this video with their own one, and the rest of the funnel is all together. It's up to them. So the possibilities are sort of endless when you do things like that. So that's what a basic squeeze page does. That's how it works. It's very effective. It does build up the trust factor quite a lot. You're putting yourself out on camera. You're building an instant rapport. So the minute people start entering their email address, they're seeing yourself straight away. It gives them that it gives them that trust factor straight away. They're introduced to you straight away. Now, if people aren't comfortable with being on video, then it's quite easy. They can just use somebody else's, use their sort of uplines video. That's quite common. But I recommend people to do it if they can do so, if they're comfortable with doing it. It doesn't have to be anything fancy or flashy. You don't have to have any bells and whistles. It's just about being yourself, because the more you are about being yourself, people can relate to that, and people can then see that they're dealing with a real person. And that's what it's all about. And the amount of people that just want to be dealing with a real person, someone they can contact, someone they can relate to, someone they've seen. So the more you put yourself out, you're branding yourself all the time. You're not just branding, you're not branding the program. You see this on sort of people's profiles. You'll go to a profile and it's just like a billboard of the latest program that they're in. There's nothing about them. You don't want to be branding a program all the time. Brand yourself. That's what it's all about. You've got to be branding yourself. So if somebody goes to your profile, there might be a little bit of information of what you're involved with, but at the end of the day, you should always be about giving out value and giving out help to people and putting yourself out there, because then what will happen is people will come to you. If they're interested in joining a program, if they're interested in what that you're doing, and they know that, say, someone like myself is always promoting OLSP because that's what I'm with. If they take an interest in that program, they're going to say, hey, you know what, I've seen Phil doing that. I'm going to go over there and ask them more about the program, because that's what they're going to do straight away. That is what happens. They might do a bit of due diligence. They might go and do a bit of research. but then they always look for someone to join. They want that trust factor, and that's what you should be doing. You need to be constantly working towards being the person that people want to join, and then you can start producing results. If you have to utilize your uplines results initially, there's nothing wrong with that. It's known as leverage. It's a very powerful tool in the industry. Once again, don't sort of fake the results. Just say, look, hey, this is how my upline is doing so far. Here's my next start. I've joined his program. I've joined under him. We're getting these tools and resources. I'm going to start putting funnels together. We're in the sort of transition stage at the moment because OLSP is in the process of being upgraded to a much better, far more useful platform. It's not ready yet. The owner is actually just away on vacation at the moment, so when he comes back in a couple of weeks, I'm assuming there's going to be a short time period, and then we're going to be switching over. So then it'll all be different. And then I'll be doing sort of new videos and things like that, and probably making, because it's got a funnel builder inside it, so I'll probably get to work either on that one or use System.io and incorporate anything, because you can link to anywhere. When you're linking them pages, if you want to say just continue, you can go straight to, say, a particular sales funnel or sales part of your program. You can go straight to a particular presentation, because all you've got to do is link that button under the video to wherever you want to go, and it's going to take it there. So if you want to take them to a particular part, you can take them straight to it. There's so many different ways you can do it. It gives you that sort of flexibility. And there's a guy who works on YouTube, done YouTube videos, who's become now very successful in one of the programs, Exodus Elite. His first videos were made in his kitchen with just himself. He put his mobile phone down, and this was him on the squeeze page. This was him on the capture page, just talking to the video, talking to people that he'd never done this before, and he wanted to introduce people to himself in the program, and he's now very successful. So it just goes to show you that, you don't have to have a plain flashy capture page. You can just be yourself. And this is what people will relate to. This is what people want to see more and more and more, because there's so many sort of scam programs out there, so many flashy sales funnels, so many sort of magic button, one click, and you're going to get thousands and a big car and a big house. It doesn't happen. So you just need to put yourself out there. And using the bridge page is a massive way to do it. Just intercept from that capture page or squeeze page over to a bridge page, and then you can lead to the offer. A lot of the time you can't always use the built-in, say, squeeze pages that you get with the program. So like my main OLSP sort of squeeze page, the one that goes straight over, will not be able to sort of link that to a particular part of the funnel. You generally need to create your own sort of squeeze page. Carl's just dropped a comment in, the magic button. Yeah, we're all looking for the magic button, and it's so out there. It's so many people sort of looking for it, and unfortunately it doesn't exist. But building the trust factor is massive, is what you need to be doing. It doesn't have to be like the bells and whistles sort of sales funnel or anything like that. It just needs to be yourself, being real. And like I said, that example that I showed you is just 1 minute and 10 seconds long. It's just me introducing myself, about myself, about the program, and introducing to the buttons below the video and ask them to make a choice. It's a way of filtering out people straight away as well, because the ones that don't want to do much will always go for the free account option, and then they'll just sit over there and they'll take a look, and then they'll go and do something else, because that's what they do. But the ones that want to do more will always take the action takers, and then they'll get taken to a separate video and you can talk about more. So that's what bridge pages are. That is how they work. They're very easy to do once you get used to it. If anybody's new, they might find it difficult at first, because what you wouldn't be able to do, you wouldn't be able to take your standard capture page, because you haven't got control over those. I'll explain briefly what I mean by that. Let's just share the screen again, in case people are wondering what I'm talking about. Let's go over there. So if I was to say, let's go back to where are we? Let's go back to the squeeze page. So we'll go back to this page here. So when I say to them take the free account, and they would go over to here, would be the easiest way to do it. If if you were here, these are like, 'cause every program obviously gives you like a catch page like that. They'll give you the squeeze page to promote. What you wouldn't be able to do, unless you've got access to this actual page where you can edit the page, you're not going to be able to change this when people drop in, click the button and go to a bridge page, because you need the access to this page. You need to be able to go in and edit the page. That makes sense. So you need to do it via a page builder. Now you can do this inside of OLSP because we've got our own, there's a built-in page builder called TD Pages. So it's quite easy there to create a to import a catch page really quickly, edit it, get it up and running, and then you can quite easily change it over to the page because it works so easily. So I just thought I'd just show you that. I'll stop sharing, get back over here. Yeah, because we've got access to OLSP's own page builder, which is TD Pages, and there it's quite easy because then you can just take that page, edit it, and have a forwarding address, a forwarding URL where you want to go to after people put their email address in. Okay, so that's quite easy to do. And you need that sort of function inside your program, because if you just got your standard page like that, like just showed you that they give you, you got no way of directing that to where you want to go to your bridge page. So that there is a little bit of techie involved, but once you know how to do it, it's quite easy. Like I said, that's how it's quite easy to not cut little funnels like that when you've got other systems to use, and you just create a quick capture page, quick redirect, and link it to your bridge page, and then you can link that bridge page to wherever you want to go. It's quite an easy process. It's a massive thing to do, especially if you're inside a program where they just give you maybe 1-2 pages to use, which is quite common, and then you'll see these blasted just about everywhere. Anybody that's just sort of using them. So if you can then do something different and have your own page put together with a bridge page, and then that links to somewhere else, immediately you're standing out from the crowd. You're doing something different. And that's why they're so effective, and you're getting yourself seen straight away. So you're a face of the program, you're branding yourself, and you're telling people as well, if you want a copy of this funnel, I can give you the copy of this funnel. You can have my bridge page, or you can put your own in, or whatever. Straight away, there's flexibility instead of having the standard page that everybody else uses. And that's another big thing. You need to be sort of standing out and being a little bit different online, and making yourself stand out. But branding yourself is huge, and the way you do that is by using bridge page. Get yourself seen out there and build up that know, like, and trust factor, and people will come to you. I get messages on a regular basis where people just drop a message into you and say, hey, I've been watching your lives, or I've been watching what you've been doing. I've seen your Facebook reels, I've seen your stuff on your timeline. Can you tell me a bit more about what you're doing? It doesn't mean they're definitely going to join, but you're bringing people to you because you've already built that trust factor by doing what you do. And bridge pages is another one of them. So I'm trying to do some different stuff this week. I shared my screen with ChatGPT. I spoke about the emails yesterday. I spoke about the open rates by sending out a blast. And if you didn't catch that one, you still got to check out the open rates. I spoke about building a sort of second and a third list. And just incidentally on them figures, I said you're going to get a massive open rate. I haven't checked the figures again this morning, but on my third list that I've already been putting together and inside a Get Response, I sent out a newsletter blast the day before, and my open rate is already over 60%. It's absolutely massive. I said that you're going to get at least a sort of 30% or more open rate, and I proved it to sort of I proved the point that I was making, that particular email blast I put out, because I created this third list where I knew I had the active subscribers in it. It was over 60%. I'd imagine it's going to be close to 70% when I check it again later on. That's a sort of open rate you want to be heading for, because then you're targeting people that are reading your stuff. If you're not too sure what I'm on about, go back and watch yesterday's live, because I go into it in quite a lot of detail about moving people from one list to another and working with your active subscribers and building a separate list, because that's how it works. So that's just about it for today. I wanted to cover bridge pages. I'm going to try and lead on this a bit more tomorrow, about funnels and things and how they work. It's a bit more information. If you want a lot more of this, you want a lot more of what I do, then you need to then reach out, work with me directly. I can set things up for people. I can show them a ton more of what I do and how I work and things like that. But these are the things you need to be doing. Give yourself out value, get yourself on camera, build bridge pages, and offer to sort of help people more. And then people are going to want to be part of what you're doing, rather than just join a program where they say to you, grab your link, post it on social media, and all you see people doing then is grabbing their particular link for the program, posting it on the timeline, dropping it in a Make Money group, and then wonder why nobody joins. That is unfortunately what happens. So there we are. That's just wrapped up. We've just gone over the 25-minute mark. I think I've covered everything I wanted to do on bridge pages. I can show maybe a bit more how to do. I'll show maybe how to make one inside of OLSP tomorrow, possibly using our TD pages. But that is, again, something that's a bit more sort of advanced and techie. It's those that aren't techie, when you get other programs like System.io, they're very good to use. Because you can literally create a funnel for somebody, and then they can have a copy of the entire funnel. And all they've got to do then is either edit their own join links, or edit a video page if they want a bridge page themselves. Very, very easy to do. Okay, then guys, I hope you find that useful. Bridge pages, branding, it's all important. It's all part of what we do. So thanks for watching. I know some people catch you later on. Got a few people catch the live back later. I hope you find it useful. I hope you find it helpful. Need anything else, reach out to me via, contact me on Facebook Messenger or whatever, and we'll talk and go from there. So whatever you're doing, have yourself a great day. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on tomorrow's live.